First of all, I would like to welcome our chairperson of this session, Professor Anil Kumar, and he is a former professor of NITTR, and he has been long associated with the NCTE and UNESCO and NCRT also. And I would also like to welcome our co-chairperson, Professor uh, Chitra Singh, and she is a professor at RI Bhopal. And I would also like to welcome all the participants of this session. And I think there are total 7 presenters in this session. I request our chairperson to brief about the session, that how timings will be given to each participants and what will be the modalities of the session. So, sir, please.
Okay, thank you, Professor Sharma. Good morning to everybody. Welcome you in this session on best practices and innovative practices in mathematics education. I think, as very rightly mentioned here, there are about 7 papers. We may have one or more additions also. So let's keep a track of that. Just to start and just to initiate that discussion and presentation, I would like to say something. I think everybody is well aware of the mathematics presence in all walk of life. It is also said that mathematics is gateway of all the sciences also. I think it's very true also that the moment we are talking of the mathematics, you will find mathematics everywhere in all the sciences, pure sciences, whether we talk of physics, whether we talk of chemistry, whether we talk of biology. Now DNA work is there, physics is already loaded with maths. So that's why we say mathematics is a gateway of all the sciences. But in spite of its importance in our day-to-day life, and in all other subjects, it is said that mathematics is a very difficult subject to understand. It is said that mathematics is most disliked subject to our students, particularly at the level where we are talking of a school education. If we look at the achievement of mathematics in terms of whether in terms of outcomes or in terms of the achievement, if we look at the achievement, you will find that achievement is low. So we have to think of that why it is happening in case of mathematics. Probably to me, the reason behind this is the way mathematics should be taught is not being taught. The way teacher is
Definitely.
taking that care of mathematics student is not being taken care of that. And that's why many adjectives are used with mathematics teaching. Few to say, sorry to comment on that, few to say that mathematics is a very boring subject. Mathematics is a very difficult subject. Mathematics is very hard to understand. Mathematics is very rude to deal with. Teacher is very harsh. Why all this is happening if mathematics is so important in our day-to-day life, and if mathematics is so correlated with other subjects also? And I think whole computer science nowadays, if we look at, is based on mathematics itself. The moment we talk of coding system in our computer sciences, really speaking, origin lies with the mathematics itself. So looking at the importance of this mathematics education in our day-to-day life, in our children's life, what can be done with mathematics? And the simple and single answer is that we have to make mathematics joyful. We have to create interest of our students. And the only approach with all of us as a teacher and all of us as a system stakeholders is that try to involve students, try to activate students, try to try to make mathematics learning as a joyful learning. Many things are said, many sentences are uttered during the discussions, during the talks, in the policy documents also, but still many things are required to be done in case of mathematics education. Coming to this particular session, a specific session on best practices. Why there is need to document best practices? To me, the single reason is, without going into elaborate aspects, best practices provide us guidelines. Best practices provide us framework for dealing with the situation. Best practices are tested activities. One can repeat that at his or her own institute. So best practices are to be repeated. Best practices, really speaking, help in minimization of efforts on our part. With this small message to all of our presenters, I would request presenters to please concentrate on exactly what best practices you would like to present, and you would like to say that this can be repeated, this can be used in your institution, because best practices are to be repeated. Best practices are to be replaced, because not much efforts are required. So please think of presenting your paper in the light of the things that these are the best practices we have practiced, now you do that and think of the results. And to me, last sentence, to me, best practices means we are preparing a platform for rigorous researches, because they are not well tested yet, they are not researched yet, they are on the basis of trial and errors. So think of proving, even I would say disproving best practices using our research methods and research strategies. Thank you very much. This is something to be kept in mind to all the presenters, please. Now, as far as presentation of this session is concerned, very rightly said that 7 papers are there right now with us. And time available with us is from 11:45 to 1:30 p.m. And I think during this small period, we have to have 7 presentations, and we would like to give equal opportunity to everyone. So I am fixing that time with the permission of of course, other persons, and with the permission of all the presenters also, I would say that please keep in mind that you should not go for more than 7 to 8 minutes. Maximum to maximum, if at all you require, take 1 or 2 minutes more, and somebody should keep a track of the time. You among yourself decide and keep a track of time, so that you can knock that at the moment 7 or 8 minutes are over. Please knock that. Then I would suggest that question answer session is very important. Presentation without question answer, I think, will not serve the very purpose of the presentation. So as far as possible, try to raise those things. As far as possible, try to have 1 or 2 questions in presentation, so that we can clarify, we can add on. It's always possible that somebody would like to add something from his or her own side, because he might have experienced that particular topic. So feel free to add also, feel free to ask also. If you are having some doubt, feel free to ask clarifications also. That should be the strategy according to me. And you may modify that also if you feel so, Joe. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would also like to request our co-chairperson, Professor Chitra Singh, to say a few words to the participants. Professor Chitra Singh.
Uh, Very good morning to all of you. Very respected Professor Anil Kumar sir. Actually, just now I have joined this session because of the technical issue. So, first of all, I would like to welcome you all. And I think our Anil sir has enlightened us. Actually, sir has said that this maths subject uh, for me, actually, it's really horrible. But due to this seminar, we got so many information. Yesterday, also, I was listening to our Professor Kulshesh sir. So, जिसको हम कहते हैं कि एक फियर जो हमारे अंदर होता है, इस सेमिनार की वजह से वो बहुत सारे डर जो मैथ्स को लेके होते हैं, और इट्स क्वाइट नॉर्मल. मैंने जिससे भी सुना, माय सब्जेक्ट इज ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री. So nowadays I am dealing with the mathematics related with the physical chemistry. There are so many sums, we have to solve that. So during my school subjects, I want chosen this subject, but nowadays I am realizing that this subject is also very very important while dealing with the organic chemistry. So now I won't take much time because all the presenters, they are ready, and sir has said that we should give more time for the discussion. So I think we should listen first our presenters, and if time permits, I will say a few words in the last, in the closing, while the session is closed. So, with the permission of Anil sir, I think we should start. I won't uh, take much time. So, sir. क्योंकि सर ने हरी झंडी दे दी है, तो मुझे लगता है कि अब मैं ज़्यादा समय ना लेते हुए हम पहले प्रेजेंटेशन सुन लें, और फिर अगर ज़रूरत पड़ी और सर परमिशन देंगे तो बाद में मैं थोड़ा कुछ और ऐड करूँगी. वैसे सर ने इतने अच्छे से सारी बातें बता दी हैं कि मुझे लगता है कि अब किसी को भी कुछ कहने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. तो
प्लीज स्टार्ट. Should I announce name? Or
yes, sir.
Somebody would announce? If I have to announce, I would request the very first presenter. We have one presenter named as Lakshmi Ganesh. I would request that to please be first, because always we are starting. Yeah.
Sir, it's my humble request. Those who are dealing with the moderation, I think they should look after all these things.
Yeah.
So, who is moderating this session?
Sharma sir, mic open कर लीजिए.
Patanjali.
Yeah, sir. Sir, this is Patanjali Sharma, and I am moderating this session.
Yeah.
Technical.
Please, Patanjali, please look after the names and the sequence, because many of the presenters, those have yesterday, I think they left. They might have left because some reason. They are. We are allowing them because in my list, what sir is saying, name Lakshmi is not there in my list.
Sir, I'm there in the session.
Yeah, but in my list, Lakshmi Ganesh is there.
Okay,
and
okay.
Fourth number is there.
Acha, fourth number. It's okay. Because
sir, I have a request, sir.
Why I am saying this to start with Lakshmi Ganesh, because always it is ritual.
Okay. I thought
definitely, sir.
ये जो लिस्ट मेरे पास है, ये कुछ और है.
नहीं, मेरी आपका सही.
We have to live with our Indian traditions.
Yeah, definitely.
इसीलिए कहते हैं कि घर के बड़े जो हैं वही हमें सही रास्ता दिखाएंगे.
नहीं.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Sharma Saab, you take over now.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay. As sir mentioned,
Sir,
because this,
I have a request. If you
please.
just for a while, if you permit, just read out who are the presenter here.
Okay,
All the
okay,
names, sir.
okay,
Sir.
okay, 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 okay. Okay. Number one is Minalba. Uh, am I audible there?
Minalba is present. Please
Sir,
say
Minerva
yes.
ma'am is not present here.
No,
So
no. Actually, Minalba is not there, but she has some problem with the joining. So maybe
Okay.
sooner or later she will join. Then
Sumita?
is Sumita.
Yes, sir, I'm present.
Okay. Then Prabish Kumar.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
I'm present.
Lakshmi Ganesh.
Yes, sir.
Mohan Sharma. Mohan Sharma. Okay. He has some difficulty in joining. And then Vidya Haridas.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Anjan Banik.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am present, and sir, Mohan Sharma has WhatsApped me that he is trying to join also.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
I
Thank
have
you,
the
sir.
information about number 1 and number 5, Meenalba and Mohan Sharma. They have some technical issues, so soon they will join. So I request our chairperson sir to allow them after the presentations of the other participants.
No problem, no problem. Please go ahead with that.
Okay, should we
माइक
start?
और कैमरा ऑफ कर दो क्योंकि आवाजें जाती है ना ऑफ है ना हाँ
Okay, so should we begin with the Lakshmi Ganesh?
Yes, of course, very beautiful name we are having here.
Yeah, Lakshmi and Ganesh both. Definitely.
Please.
So I request Lakshmi Ganesh to initiate their presentations, please.
Yes,
And I
sir.
request all the others to mute their mic.
Thank you, sir, for allowing me to start the day. Being National Mathematics Day, it's my privilege to start this session. So just give me a minute to present my screen. Sir, is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yeah, visible.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah, namaste and a very good afternoon to one and all present here. I am Lakshmi Ganesh, mathematics mentor at Gear Innovative International School, Bangalore. I take this opportunity to thank the entire panel of NCERT dignitaries RIE Bhopal for giving me the opportunity to present here. The practices that I'm going to share today is what we have been practicing over the years, and it resonates the vision of our founder and chairman, Dr. M. Srinivasan. Concepts are built and linked to what a child has learned previously. In younger classes, children use manipulatives, which gives them a hands-on experience in learning. But as we move to higher grades, concepts become very abstract, forcing children to slowly disengage and lose interest in math. Bridging the learning gap is mandatory at every stage. So what I'm going to present today is the key practices that we have been following in making learning math fun-filled and interesting to children. Any concept, when introduced as an activity, helps children in retaining what they have learned and goes a long way in laying a strong foundation in building concepts. The activity that you see on the screen, the concept was introduced using simple things that are available at home. This activity of divisibility test, which was introduced to grade 4, using simple things available at home, and during this pandemic situation, this activity was done virtually using cups and pebbles or rajma seeds or coins at home. So I'll just take a few seconds to explain the activity. So we made the children to arrange 4 cups horizontally, and taking some tokens in the hand, the rightmost container, we asked them to put 2 tokens, and the next container will have tokens in odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9, and the remaining tokens in the other 2 containers. So what eventually children get is a 4-digit number by counting the number of tokens in the container. So dividing that 4-digit number by 4, we asked the children whether they got a remainder or not. So children came with an interesting observation, because This we didn't want to introduce the divisibility test directly. So we wanted children to come out with their inference. So what children came out is, since the last digit is an even number and the number before it is an odd number, if the last two digits of the number is divisible by 4, then the entire number is divisible by 4 irrespective of the number of digits in that particular number. And it's very important for children to understand the practical application of their learning, and Real World Connect provides a concrete application to knowledge and skills that they learn in the classroom and helps in relating their learning and promotes critical thinking. So this was done as part of grade 5 when we are introducing them to speed, distance and time. Rather than directly giving them the formula for speed, distance and time, I gave them these 3 pictures and asked them, if it's a 100-meter race, who do you think will finish the race? So there was a lot of queries, lot of discussions, and the children came out with an observation that the one with the maximum speed will finish the race, and the distance covered depends upon the speed and the less time that is taken. So children by themselves came with the observation that speed depends upon the distance and time. And the other one is the rounding numbers, which we deal with a younger class. Subject integration is a very critical part in learning. So rather than learning the subject in isolation, it gives a broader perspective for children and answers the question, when and where am I going to use this? So math is not a standalone subject. Like sir said, math is there everywhere. It is up to the mentors that how we bring all the subjects integrated to math and make the learning very interesting. So when I talk about math and science, nature forms an integral part. So whatever patterns that we see in geometry can be linked to the pattern in nature. And when we talked about division and equal distribution, I gave this example relating to social about the distribution of portfolios among ministers in a government, which helps in a smooth functioning of the government. Now coming on to hands-on activity, hands-on learning promotes problem solving and critical thinking in children. Children learn to work as a team, contribute and share ideas willingly, and they learn by doing. So the experiential approach of hands-on learning engages children and helps them in retaining what they have learned. So what the activities that you see on the screen is teacher created material. So what we do is whenever we introduce an activity or when we want to reinforce a concept or introduce a concept, we take teacher created material to the class, allow the children to work with the material and understand. So rather than directly telling them that the sum of exterior angle of a quadrilateral is 360 degree, giving them materials, we allow them to work hands-on and understand. Then going with the multiple intelligences, all of us know that a classroom will have a mix of children with different learning abilities. And it is very important to understand the varied interest and learning styles of children and plan the lesson plans effectively. Using the multiple intelligences theory by Howard Gardner to teach a concept, it allows diverse learners to learn at their own pace. Not all children are at the same pace, and every child is unique. So we have to give them equal opportunity to learn at their own pace. The activities that you see on the screen are for shapes for grade 2, where we use multiple intelligences approach to cater to different children. So children who are very good with linguistic intelligence, they were very good in writing conversation, writing poems, and who are very bodily kinesthetic, they were very happy to use tangrams and work on the shapes. Now, coming to Math Lab, now it is a place where children learn by doing. So through activities, it lays a strong foundation for more abstract thinking and encourages students to be independent learners and allow them to learn at their own pace. So instead of directly telling them that the sum of interior angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree, so what I did is I asked children to cut a quadrilateral into 2 triangles and cut out the angles of the triangles. And when you join all the angles of the triangle, it forms a circle whose angle is 360 degrees. So this was very helpful because children, they learn by doing rather than we telling them the formula or we explaining to them. When they do as an activity, it helps them to retain and remember in the long run because they are learning by doing. Now this is something called a SIPE, whose acronym is Creative, Inventive, Productive and Excellent. So in GEAR, we follow this methodology to make children generalize the concept to observation and hands-on approach. So what I did is I told children to take a radius and draw a circle and gave them a thread to measure the length from point A to point B. So with some guiding questions from the mentor, children, they themselves came out with an observation that the length of the thread is twice the radius. So instead of directly telling them diameter is 2 times radius, children, by doing on their own, they came out with the observation. Now, as I previously said, a class will have a mix of children, and there is something called top quadrant children. Those are the gifted learners, and they are those category of children who tend to finish their work early and quickly in the class and are bored of the monotonous sums that are given to them. So what we do is, as mentors, we carry something called as home math card, which is nothing but higher order math activity and thinking cards. These are open-ended higher order thinking cards that we take to the class. This is not the regular sums that we give to them. So this helps them to open up, think, understand, and solve. So those children who finish the work quickly, it helps them to get engaged and do more, and not leaving the low quadrant behind. What we do is, those are the children who are very quiet. Even if they don't understand the concept, they don't come out and they don't talk to the teachers that well. So we have special remedial classes for them, and we take those children and we cater to them individually who need individual attention, which cannot be given in the normal class. And clearing misconceptions. Now, misconceptions is one thing that we have to deal from the early stages. Identifying and clearing misconceptions is very critical in learning, and appropriate corrective measures needs to be taken. If the misconceptions are not rectified at the earliest stage, it builds over the child's mind over a period of time, and that significantly it contributes to the learning gap. So understanding the misconception and clearing is very critical. Now, grade 2, when we were dealing with fractions and we were dealing with addition of fractions, children asked me, ma'am, why can't we add the denominators also? So I took apple to the class, 2 apples to the class, cut them into half, and I explained them why the denominators cannot be added and why are we adding the numerators. Similarly, when we talk with money and when we talk with the conversion of money, children directly convert. If it is 14 rupees and 6 paise, they just write it as 146 paise. So it's very critical that we understand where children are going wrong, where the misconception is, and try to clarify. Now, to conclude, what is needed is, now we cannot, like the children are 21st century children, the learning methodology also has to change. And like sir said, there is a lot of, children are very afraid of math, and it's very difficult for them to overcome the anxiety. So as mentors, it is our responsibility to make the class interesting, to take the concept to children in a way that they understand. So it's very important that conceptual clarity is built at a very young age, which lays a strong foundation, and children can connect to their previous learning. A student-centric approach is very, very critical to meet the learning requirement of children rather than a teacher-centric approach. So to conclude, as a child now, if I realize, if math was taught this way when I was young, I would have enjoyed math as much as the children are enjoying now. And if given an opportunity, I would like to go back as a child and learn and start learning math again. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you for the presentation. And now I request our chairperson, sir, and co-chairs to make the comment.
My simple request to everybody will be, please ask questions, have clarifications, add something if you want to add, please. Quickly.
Okay.
Because we have less time also. If any query is there, please ask for clarification. If no query, should we go?
Yeah.
Should we go to the next?
Sir, I'm Mohan.
Yeah, Mohanji, boliye, please.
Kindly, sir, can I present now?
Why you would like to jump? This matter you leave it to us.
Actually, I'm somewhere on driving. So
okay. If you have some problem, no problem.
Yeah. Sure, sir.
Please ask Dr. Sharma.
Sir, he wants to present.
Okay.
Call for the next.
Okay. So as with the permission of chair, I request Mohan Sharma to present
Yeah.
his
Thank
presentation.
you, sir. I'm Mohan from Himachal, and I'm trying to teach +1 and +2 students in this rural area. And I have tried to engage the students through some mathematically rich tasks. So I'm presenting. So hopefully everyone will be comfortable here in Hindi. Should I continue in Hindi, sir? Nobody from South?
मोहन जी, आप जिस भाषा में कंफर्टेबल हैं उसमें बोलिए, लेकिन थोड़ा समय का ध्यान रखिए.
Sure, I will complete within 10 minutes, ma'am.
हाँ, आप जिसमें कंफर्टेबल है उसमें बोलिए.
ठीक है. So actually नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी में हम लोग ये कहते हैं कि बच्चों को मैथमेटिक्स को इंटरेस्टिंग बनाना है, नंबर 1 पॉइंट. सेकंड, हम कहते हैं कि उनको एंगेज करना है. और नंबर 3 हमारा है कि मैथमेटिक्स को डेली लाइफ से हमने कोरिलेट करना है. ये इन 3 इश्यूज को लेकर के मेरे मन में था अभी कि कैसे हम ये काम अपनी क्लासरूम में और ऑन ग्राउंड अपने स्कूल में अपने बच्चों के साथ पहले मैं कैसे कर सकता हूं. इस काम को करने के लिए एक्चुअली थोड़ा सा जो मुझे एक्सपोजर रहा, मैं फुल ब्राइट प्रोग्राम में अभी इसी वर्ष जनवरी से मार्च में फुल ब्राइट के प्रोग्राम टी प्रोग्राम के तहत यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका के नॉर्थ कैरोलिना में विल्मिंगटन के स्कूल्स में 1 महीना मुझे वहां पे बच्चों के साथ इंटरेक्ट करने का मौका मिला. और वहां पर बहुत कुछ मैंने वहां पे सीखा. उनमें से जो पॉइंट मैं अपने इन परिस्थितियों में यहाँ पे लागू कर सकता हूं, उसमें से एक मुझे ये पॉइंट लगा जो मैंने इस रिसर्च वर्क के थ्रू आपके सामने रखने की कोशिश कर रहा हूं. वो है कि बच्चों को हम मैथमेटिकली रिच टास्क जो है असाइन करना शुरू करें हैं. तो उसमें सबसे पहले थोड़ा सा मैं आपको बैकग्राउंड दे दूं कि हमारे जो यहाँ पर हिमाचल के जो विद्यार्थी हैं, लॉकडाउन की सिचुएशन में हम उनको ऑनलाइन कैसे हम उनको एंगेज करें. सबसे पहले मैंने उसमें थोड़ा सा गूगल क्लासरूम से एक लर्निंग मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम में उसमें मैंने गूगल क्लासरूम को चूज किया और बच्चों को उस तक लेके आए. और मेरे पास लगभग यहाँ पर 18 बच्चे +1 क्लास में हैं और 17 बच्चे +2 क्लास में हैं. इन बच्चों को सबसे पहले मैंने उनको एंगेज करना शुरू किया, उस लर्निंग मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम के बारे में थोड़ा सा उनको गूगल क्लासरूम के बारे में बताया. और उसमें हमने उन बच्चों को उस गूगल क्लासरूम में हम क्या क्या एक्टिविटीज हम करवा सकते थे, उसमें हमने इन मैथमेटिकल रिच टास्क को अप्लाई करना और उनके साथ शेयर करना शुरू किया, ताकि मैं देखूं कि क्या हमारे बच्चे भी उनको पसंद करते हैं और उनका क्या एक रिपोर्ट आता है, उनका क्या उसमें अपना एक इंटरेस्ट रहता है या कैसे वो लोग करते हैं. तो सबसे पहले इसमें जो मेरा ऑब्जेक्टिव रहा कि रूरल जो हमारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं, एम आई प्रॉपर्ली ऑडिबल टू एवरीवन एक्चुअली? या क्या सभी मुझे प्रॉपर्ली ऑडिबल? या चैटिंग में बता दें चाहे. तो सबसे पहले उसमें रूरल स्टूडेंट्स को एक्सपोजर दिया गया इन ऑनलाइन की जो इंटरेस्टिंग लर्निंग ऑफ मैथमेटिक्स ऑनलाइन, मैथमेटिक्स की ऑनलाइन लर्निंग कैसे हो सकती है और वो इंटरेस्टिंग कैसे हो सकती है, नंबर 1. नंबर 2 था कि बच्चों को मैं इन मैथमेटिकल रिच टास्क के बारे में थोड़ा सा इंट्रोड्यूस तो करूं. तीसरा था कि देखूं कि क्या वो सचमुच एंजॉय करते भी हैं इन एक्टिविटीज को लेकर के या नहीं करते हैं. तो इसके लिए मैंने सबसे पहले अपने स्कूल में अपने क्लासरूम में इसको शुरू किया और गूगल मीट का भी बच्चों को थोड़ा सा एक्सपोजर दिया शुरू में. और लगभग इस लॉकडाउन को एक चैलेंज मानते हुए और इसको एक अवसर के तौर पर भुनाने की कोशिश करते हुए मैंने लगभग अप्रैल से ये काम मैं शुरू किया. और आज जब हम यहाँ दिसंबर में पहुंचे हैं तो काफी हद तक उनको कुछ एक इसके टूल्स का जो है एक्सपोजर देना मैंने शुरू किया. तो उनमें जो अभी तक इसमें जो चैलेंजेस हैं उनके बारे में बात करूंगा. थोड़ा सा मैं सबसे पहले आपको बता दूं ये मैथमेटिकल रिच टास्क होते क्या हैं। जैसे सबसे पहले तो ये जो टास्क होते हैं इसके जो कुछ बहुत सी प्रॉपर्टीज हैं, मेरे रिसर्च वर्क में डिटेल में आप लोग देख सकते हैं। उसमें सबसे पहले तो ये एंगेजिंग होते हैं, मैथमेटिक्स को इंटरेस्टिंग बनाते हैं, और तीसरा एवरीडे लाइफ से मैथमेटिक्स को कनेक्ट करते हैं। और सभी सब्जेक्ट्स में, अलजेब्रा में, ट्रिग्नोमेट्री में, या आप इसको कैलकुलस में, कहीं पे भी आप इसको देखें, हम इसको अप्लाई कर सकते हैं और मैथमेटिकल रिच टास्क हम उनको बच्चों को दे सकते हैं। जैसे यहां पर एक किया कि हमने बच्चों को क्या दिया, कैलकुलेटर पे भी उनको हम कैसे एंगेज कर सकते हैं। उनको कहा कि आप का आंसर आना चाहिए 4396। आप शायद मेरी स्क्रीन देख पा रहे होंगे, और यदि जूम करना चाहूं तो मैं बड़ा भी कर सकता हूं। तो इसमें बच्चों को यह कहा गया कि आप एक 3 डिजिट का नंबर लें और एक 2 डिजिट का नंबर लें, उनको मल्टीप्लाई करें और बताएं कि क्या ऐसा एक ही नंबर है जिसका आंसर 4396 आएगा, या 2 नंबर हैं, या 3 है, या बहुत हैं, कितने हैं। तो एक एंगेजिंग टास्क उन बच्चों को दिया गया। इससे बच्चों का इंटरेस्ट उसमें बढ़ाने की कोशिश की गई, और थोड़ा सा बच्चों को फैक्टर्स के जो उनके बताया गया कि ये जो दोनों चीजें आएंगी इसके एक ढंग से इनको ये इनके फैक्टर्स हैं, तो फैक्टर्स का भी एक आइडिया और उनकी जो कनेक्शंस की जो बात है, हम कहते हैं मैथमेटिक्स में कनेक्शंस होते हैं, उनको वो बच्चे खुद डिस्कवर करें और एक एंजॉयमेंट उस डिस्कवरी को जो है वो एंजॉय करें। आई थिंक मेरे 3-4 मिनट हो चुके हैं। तो और उसके बाद जो सिमिलरली मैथमेटिकली रिच टास्क में enrichmathematics.com करके हमारे पास एक बहुत अच्छी वेबसाइट है, बट उसमें जो उन्होंने प्रॉब्लम्स ली होती है उन्होंने अपने देश के हिसाब से, विदेशों के हिसाब से उन लोगों ने उनको किया, हम उनको अपने इंडिया के हिसाब से उनको हम कस्टमाइज कर सकते हैं। जैसे यहाँ पे एक ये प्रॉब्लम है कि वहां पे रैबिट पेन की एक प्रॉब्लम बहुत फेमस है जिसको एंगेजिंग टास्क के तौर पे वहां पे उसको मैंने यहाँ पे कस्टमाइज कर दिया इंडियन परिस्थितियों में, मेरे गांव की परिस्थितियों में, कि हमने एक गाय का जैसे शेड बनाना है, उसके लिए एक रेक्टेंगुलर शेड बनाना है जिसका मैक्सिमम एरिया हो, और उसकी 24 मीटर मेरे पास फेंसिंग है। तो बताइए कि हम उसमें कितना एक साइड कितनी होगी, पेरीमीटर दे दिया बच्चों को और उनको बताया गया कि उसकी आपने साइड बतानी है। तो एंगेजिंग टास्क, और इसी को थोड़ा सा डिटेल में यदि आप देखें तो ये उनको एक एंगेजिंग टास्क दिया गया और बच्चों से एक्सपेक्ट किया गया कि वो क्या उसको करते हैं। सिमिलरली हमारे पास जैसे एक डेस्मोस टूल है, डेस्मोस में बच्चों से हम कैसे एक जैसे लीनियर इनक्वालिटी, जब मैंने +1 क्लास में अपने बच्चों को इंट्रोड्यूस करनी थी, उनमें मैंने उन बच्चों को कहा कि आप लोगों को इसके 24 लेवल हैं, उन एक्टिविटीज बनी बनाई पड़ी हैं, बट हमें उन एक्टिविटीज को लाखों हैं बेशक, बट हमने उसमें से पर्पजफुली हमें क्वेश्चन पोज करने होंगे बच्चों के सामने कि हमारा पर्पज क्या है, मैं सिलेबस में कहां पहुंचा हूं और कब वो एक्टिविटी बच्चों को देनी है, ताकि वो बच्चे उसको सही से समझें और उसमें एंगेज हों। तो ये मेरे बच्चों ने उनको कहा कि आप शुरू में 2 लेवल तक ही करें इसे, बट मैं हैरान हूं कि मेरे बच्चों ने उसे 10वें लेवल तक ट्राई किया, और इवन 1-2 बच्चे तो 24वें लेवल तक ट्राई करने के चक्कर में चले गए। बट एनीवे, चाहे उन्होंने उसको क्लिक ही किया, बट उनको एक डेस्मोस टूल का पता चला, ग्राफ कैसे होते हैं, थोड़ा सा उनको डेस्मोस के बारे में कुछ आइडिया हुआ। ये एक ऑनलाइन ग्राफिंग कैलकुलेटर आप सभी को पता होगा। दूसरी बात आती है काहूट गेम्स। काहूट गेम्स मैं समझता हूं इवेल्युएशन के लिए बहुत बढ़िया गेम्स हैं, बच्चे इसमें आपको सेल्फ इवेल्युएट कर लेते हैं। और मैं अपने क्लासरूम में रेगुलरली जब जहां जैसे मान लीजिए ये बेसिक इंटीग्रेशन रूल्स के ऊपर हमारे पास ये एक काहूट गेम है जो मेरे बच्चों ने इसमें पार्टिसिपेट किया। इसमें लगभग उनके मेरे ख्याल से 22 या 30 प्लेयर्स थे बच्चों के। तो उसमें से जो बच्चे शुरू के 5 पोजीशन में, उनका नाम भी, उनका पोडियम शेयर किया गया। तो हमारे पास उसके बाद ये जो काहूट गेम्स है, ये बच्चे आजकल बेहद इसके लिए पैशनेट है, और बच्चे मोबाइल के माध्यम से सीखना चाहते हैं, और उसमें हम कैसे मैथमेटिक्स डाल सकते हैं, तो कैसे हम मैथमेटिक्स डाल सकते हैं, वो जो चीज है वो हम इसमें कर रहे हैं, इसमें किया है। उसके बाद हमारे पास आता है पैटर्न की प्रॉब्लम्स में। पैटर्न की प्रॉब्लम में जैसे मेरी स्क्रीन आपको प्रॉपर्ली ऑडिबल है, थोड़ा सा एक्चुअली विश्वास नहीं होता ऑनलाइन में भी कि क्या लोग सुन भी रहे हैं या मैं ऐसे ही बोले जा रहा हूं। मैं प्रॉपर्ली ऑडिबल हूं?
नहीं, आप हाँ परफेक्टली ऑडिबल है। आपकी स्क्रीन जरूर बहुत छोटी
अच्छा
दिखाई
सर,
देती
मैं
है।
जूम कर देता हूँ। हाँ, यस।
हाँ, थोड़ा बड़ा
बिल्कुल सर,
कीजिए
बिल्कुल
ताकि
सर,
सब
बिल्कुल।
इजीली।
हाँ ये सर, थोड़ा सा सर ये ऑनलाइन में ये थोड़ा सा रहता है और कुछ नहीं। अब सर ठीक है।
नहीं, ये पीपीटी अगर होता ना, पीपीटी में
अच्छा।
होता तो ये क्लियर विजिबल होता। ये पीडीएफ, ये सिंपल
हाँ
रनिंग पेपर है, इसलिए नहीं दिख गया था।
अच्छा अच्छा
उसमें फ़ॉन्ट साइज हमेशा बड़ा होता है,
अच्छा अच्छा
24 के आसपास। इसका फ़ॉन्ट साइज 10 से ज्यादा नहीं है, रीजन
अच्छा
ये
अच्छा।
है।
चलिए सर, चलो ये थोड़ा सा मैंने एक्चुअली सर 10 मिनट का टाइम बहुत कम है, बातें मेरे में दिमाग में बहुत होती हैं, तो इसलिए मैंने ऐसे किया, कोई बात नहीं। तो अभी सर देखिए फॉन्ट साइज मैंने मैक्सिमम किया है वैसे। चलिए
चलिए
चलिए सर,
चलिए।
नहीं हो मेरे ख्याल में दो
हाँ,
दो,
आप
दो
ठीक।
3 मिनट में सर अपना काम कंप्लीट कर रहा हूँ। इसके बाद सर ये उन बच्चों ने वहां पे ये जो अंगेज उसमें जो काम किया, ये डेस्मोस की बात होगी। फिर उसके बाद ये पैटर्न की एक प्रॉब्लम थी सर इसमें। फिर सर इन सभी का मैंने एनालिसिस किया हुआ है, और इसमें आपको थोड़ा सा मैं बता दूं सर, ये इतना आसान भी नहीं है काम यहाँ पे, खासतौर पे गांव के लेवल पे। मैं समझता हूँ इन बच्चों के सबसे पहली बात तो कि मोबाइल पे इन बच्चों ने, स्मार्टफोन पे इन बच्चों ने कोशिश की है, तो मोबाइल स्क्रीन इन बच्चों के लिए बहुत छोटी है। मैं चाहता हूं वैसे नेशनल लेवल पे कोई ऐसी पॉलिसी हो जिसमें बच्चों को सब्सिडाइज कंप्यूटर सिस्टम दिए जाएं आने वाले समय में, क्योंकि हम जब रिव्यू कमेटी में भी एक्चुअली मैं इसमें काम कर रहा हूँ नेशनल लेवल पे, तो उसमें भी हमारी कोशिश है कि हम बच्चों को ऐसे टास्क दें, और क्योंकि अब मैक्सिमम बच्चे जो है इसमें ऑनलाइन काम करना चाहते हैं, तो ये जो एक्टिविटीज हैं सारे बच्चे तो नहीं कर पाएंगे भारत देश के, मैं मानता हूँ बहुत चैलेंजिंग है हमारे लिए, बट कम से कम 5 से 10% बच्चे तो शुरू करें हम। तो इसमें सर और बड़ी बात, इसमें डेली लाइफ बहुत ज्यादा हम इसमें एंगेज करते हैं। जैसे वो काऊ शेड की मैंने बात की, वो बच्चे को गांव की प्रॉब्लम लगती है, उसको लगता है हाँ 24 मीटर मेरे पास तार है तो कैसे उसको करना है, तो एक वो हम इसमें कर सकते हैं। और दूसरा इसमें जो हमारे पास सबसे बड़ा जो चैलेंज रहा सर, उसमें फोन का था, थोड़ा कनेक्टिविटी का रहता है, बट सर फिर भी कनेक्टिविटी में समझो सर्विस प्रोवाइडर ने काफी अच्छी हमारे इलाका में कम से कम कर रखी है, तो उसमें कोई इतना ज्यादा दिक्कत नहीं, और रेगुलरली हम गूगल मीट अपने बच्चों के साथ में करता रहता हूँ। अब बात आती है सर इसमें क्या बोलते हैं इंटरनेट, इसमें जो सबसे बड़ी बात है सर कि हम रियल टाइम फीडबैक उसमें दे पाते हैं, 24 आवर्स में उनको बच्चों को फीडबैक दी गई। तो थोड़ा सा सर हम बच्चों से मिले भी नहीं है, 10 महीने हो गए हमें बच्चों से मिले हुए, हमारे हिमाचल में अभी तक टोटली हम ऑनलाइन पे ही चले हुए हैं, और उन बच्चों के तो मतलब चेहरे हमने देखे हैं तो केवल गूगल मीट में। तो थोड़ा सा वो एक इशू है, क्योंकि एकदम से ये सिचुएशन हमारे सिर पे आ गई और हम इनके लिए बिल्कुल भी तैयार नहीं थे, ना बच्चे, ना हम, ना पेरेंट्स, ना दुनिया। अब बात आती है सर कंक्लूजन के तौर पे, मैं ये कहूंगा सर, जो मेरा यहाँ पे जो मैंने ओवरऑल ये एक्सपेरिमेंट देखा है, ये बहुत एनर्जेटिक है, बच्चे बहुत इसको पसंद कर रहे हैं, मगर बच्चों के जो चैलेंजेस हैं वो है टेक्नोलॉजी के इक्विपमेंट उनको हम दें, टीचरों को ट्रेनिंग दें, टीचर ट्रेनिंग नीड्स के ऊपर भी हम बात करेंगे, वो बहुत जरूरी है। टीचर्स को बहुत से टूल्स का पता ही नहीं है, टाइम टू टाइम हमें, जैसे स्टैटिस्टिक्स के लिए कोड ऐप या फैथम वगैरह को भी हम इसमें यूज कर सकते हैं, तो काफी कुछ इसमें आगे कर सकते हैं। तो मेरे ख्याल से मैंने अपनी बात अपने 10 मिनट में शायद मेरे पूरे हो चुके होंगे। तो आप सभी का, विशेष तौर पे आरआई का, आप बहुत इफेक्टिवली काम कर रहे हैं, आई एम सो ओब्लाइज्ड, और आपने मुझे ये मौका दिया, हमारे इस स्कूल के इस टीचर को आपने इस काबिल समझा, अपने इस मेरे इस छोटे से एफर्ट को आप यहाँ तक लेके आए, स्टेज पर मुझे बोलने का मौका दिया, मैं इसके लिए हमेशा आपका आभारी रहूंगा, और उम्मीद करता हूँ कि मैं इससे भी अच्छा कर पाऊं, और आने वाले समय में और अच्छा हम करें, और जो एक्सपेक्टेशन है सभी की उसके उसमें हम फिट बैठे। तो धन्यवाद, जय हिंद।
Okay,
Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, please.
the house is open for the questions, queries, any suggestions.
So they have to mismatch the swaras. They have to create their own music note and they have to come out
ये
with
थोड़ा
a
वॉइस कम कर दी।
It might look simple for us, but
Okay, सर मेरा एक छोटा सा सवाल है, वैसे मे बी इस प्रेजेंटेशन से बहुत ज्यादा लिंक नहीं है, बट एक क्वेरी मेरा ये है कि क्या एलिमेंट्री के बच्चों को मोबाइल और इंटरनेट दोनों फैसिलिटीज देना उनकी हेल्थ के लिए ठीक होता है क्या?
सर देखिए मैं डील कर रहा हूँ 11th और 12th के साथ, ये बात आपकी सही है। तो मैं सोचता हूँ 11th और 12th में सर मैं 2 या 3 घंटे का अंग्रेजिंग काम देता हूँ उनको, और मैथमेटिक्स में केवल आधा घंटा डेली सर, नॉट मोर देन दैट। बच्चे हमारे सर पेरेंट्स को पूछो 10 से 12 घंटे मोबाइल के साथ चिपके हैं, बट हमें उनको रिस्पॉन्सिबल यूज की तरफ लेके जाना होगा, तो थोड़ा सा स्पार्क जो है हम उनको ये दे सकते हैं। और छोटे बच्चों के लिए सर ये बात आपकी सही है, जैसे एनसीईआरटी ने गाइडलाइंस जारी की है, 45 मिनट का उन्होंने कहा हुआ है, पर डे के हिसाब से या सेशन के हिसाब से, तो थोड़ा सा हमें नहीं वो उन चीजों का ध्यान रखना चाहिए, ये मैं मानता हूँ सर। ये आपका कंसर्न बहुत ही अच्छा कंसर्न है सर ये।
Okay, any other observation, query regarding the presentation?
Hello,
Banik
sir.
sir.
Moin, sir. Here you have discussed one, you have mentioned one Kahoot game. I'm
Yeah,
from
sure.
Kerala. From Kerala. I'm not aware of that. Can you give some idea about that, sir? Kahoot game?
Sir, yeah. You can visit sir kahoot.com. In kahoot.com, you will see you will go at the discover, and at the discover, if you search matrices, you search the line, you search the angle, you search anything of the mathematics, you will find you will find so many games there. You just first visit the YouTube link how to use Kahoot.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
And you can take my number also. I will be very helpful if Kerala is taking some help from Himachal. So Himachal, it will be a great collaboration in that case, sir. Yeah, I'm already working with one of the two teachers from the Kerala also. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so we just move to the next presenter, and she is Sumita P. Sunita
Sir,
P.
Minerva ma'am is also present now.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
sir, I am present.
okay, so serial number 1, Minalba is there. Is Minalba is there? No. Okay, so their presentation will be at the last. So I just call for the presentation.
Sir,
Sumita P.
Sir, I'm Minalba. I'm presenting now. Hello.
Minalba, you want to present? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Minalba, you please go ahead.
हाँ नहीं
Number
बैठे
1.
रहिए, मैं तो यहाँ कंफर्टेबल ज्यादा है ना।
Yes, Minalba, you can present.
Okay. Screen दिख रही है ना मेरी? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It is visible.
Visible, ma'am.
Yes, now it is visible.
Okay, thank you. Respected chairperson, faculties from RI Bhopal, and participants. Morning. I am Dr. Minalba from Children's University, Gandhinagar, Gujarat. The title of my paper is Effectiveness of Origami in Mathematics Teaching. Introduction. Students and the most of people believe that mathematics is an abstract subject. It would not be beneficial for their real life. This type of beliefs makes them take less interest in mathematics, and as a result, they drop out of the subject. As per the research of Heidi and Heckwiz 2000, due to this type of belief system, they could not appreciate the beauty of mathematics. It is proven that interest and achievement are related to each other. In the article of Hans Reis, Fanzika 2005, 2016, the relationship between interest and mathematics learning has been proven. Not only in mathematics, Gilbert 2016, Hans and Kopelovi 2014, Seward 2012 established the importance of interest in students' oral learning performance. In this paper, an attempt has been done to make mathematics education interesting. Maths is an abstract subject. The way to make the abstract subject more concrete or real is that the most of the concepts should be visualized. There are many methods and techniques like practical work, field work, visits, etc., to make mathematics interesting and practical and visualized. Especially geometry is the subject in which visualization can be done. One of the method by which geometry can be interested and visualized is origami. My paper is on origami. If we say what is the origami, then origami is the art of folding paper. Origami is actually Japanese technique. The word ori means fold and kami means paper. The art of folding paper is known as origami. It is a Japanese technique. But now any art of paper folding is called origami. In Japan, there is a word known as kirigami, which allows the cutting the paper. But modern origami not in the favor of cuts.
Madam, sorry for interruption. Please go ahead with that. Your work. है ना?
Okay. The objective of my paper is to develop a package for geometry education using origami and the effect of the package on the achievement of the student in the student of geometry. My research design was the two group post-test only randomized experimental design was selected by me. Two classes of standard 9th were selected. One was treated as experimental and other was selected as a control group. All the students were randomly assigned to both the group. The control group received instruction traditionally and the experimental group received treatment means origami assisted instruction. The program was developed only for research papers, so it was not too long program. Just 1 or 2 units were taken. Care has been taken that two randomized group could not interact during the break. They were so that we can come over the threats like compensatory rivalry, compensatory equalization, and other treatments threats. Participant, as I told that the students of 9th standard was selected. Among them, 2 classes from one of the school of Ahmedabad district was selected. If I talk about package, there are 3 units like construction of bisector of given angle, construction 2 perpendicular bisector of a given line segment, and construction 3 regular hexagon was selected. After giving treatment in the experimental group, data was collected by post-test after implementation of the program, and in the control group, data was collected after conventional teaching. By man-Whitney U test because it was less than 30, so non-parametric test man-Whitney U test was used. The result is given in the table. The score of U was 69. Which is significant, means my package was effective. This paper proved that origami is an effective technique to teach geometry. In the paper, only 1 unit of high school was selected. In this way, we can develop more technique, we can cover more units to teach mathematics by origami. So I hope that more packages will be developed. Okay, this is the pictures of my tool, and this is my paper. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the presentation. And so now the house is open for observations and queries.
Please raise your queries, because purpose of presentation is this only. It is not a final document. And that's why, again, my request to all of the participants, all of those listening that paper is to raise, add, motivate, whatever you may like to do that. But please show your presence. No comments?
Okay.
I have a small question.
Yes, sir. Please, sir.
How you are involving your participants when they are holding paper, cutting that paper and having different shapes of the paper?
Yes, sir. When I taught this,
Yeah, please.
I instructed one by one step. And एक के बाद एक स्टेप मैंने उनको डेमोस्ट्रेट किया और सभी को एक एक पीस ऑफ पेपर भी दिया था। पहले मैंने पूरा डेमोस्ट्रेट किया था, उसके बाद सभी बच्चों को पेपर लेने के लिए बोला था और एक के बाद एक स्टेप फिर से डेमोस्ट्रेट किया। और मीनवाइल मैंने ऑब्जर्व भी किया कि हर एक बच्चा मेरे साथ है कि नहीं, इसे मैंने एंगेज रखा था।
Very good attempt. Now link it with the mathematics education.
यस, सपोज हम एंगल का बाइसेक्टर करते हैं तो वैसे सिर्फ डेमोस्ट्रेट कर दे कि ऐसे पकड़ना है, ऐसे राउंड करना है, फिर यहाँ से पॉइंट लगा के यहाँ से वो जो है वो लाइन दोना है ऐसे। लेकिन जब हम ओरिगामी से ये बाइसेक्ट करवाते हैं तो वो बच्चा समझ पाता है कि एक्चुअल एंगल है, उसको हमें डिवाइड करना है, नॉट जस्ट ऐसे लाइन दो रहे ये सर्कल बनाए, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। रियल में भी ये सब वैलिड है, ऐसा वो लिंक कर सकते हैं, उसको विजुअलाइज कर सकते हैं। और ट्राइसेक्टर the angle is only possible by origami, not by Euclidean geometry.
Very good work. Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So should we move ahead and to the next presenter? And our next presenter is Sunita P. Is she there? Okay.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Please.
Sir, shall I share my screen? Sir, is my screen visible now?
Yes.
Good afternoon to the respected chairperson and the co-chairperson, moderator, and one and all present today. My name is Sumita. I'm a research scholar in the Department of Education, Andhra University, Visakhapatnam. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to present this paper in the National Conference of Mathematics, RIE Bhopal. It's a theoretical paper, and the paper is titled as Bringing the Queen Outside the Classrooms. We all know that mathematics is a subject which has to go along with everyday life. The learning and the research in mathematics has gone with the man. Being a structured subject and it's an abstract form of knowledge, mathematics is appearing to be a very difficult subject for the young children. To make them clear that mathematics is a subject that we have to live with, and to make it more interesting for them, teachers need to plan and execute learning activities in an attractive way. So students need to focus on these activities without knowing that they are dealing with the queen of all subjects. They should imbibe the concepts naturally. For making this type of learning, to make it more interesting, innovative techniques has been used by teachers. A new trend among this is making all the learning experience as a real life situation to the students. Most of the countries are focusing on teacher facilitated programs which can teach them, or we can adopt, make the teachers adopt that facilitating the teacher for making the children learn real life situations. Hands-on learning, problem-based learning, self-regulated learning, all are new trends in this contest. Researchers also show that these approaches are beneficial in teaching of mathematics also. Learning outside the traditional classroom will provide a different learning environment for the students, which motivates the desire to learn and provide a platform for experiencing the real world. School mathematics is a subject which is based on concepts which are applicable in our day-to-day life. Therefore, more opportunities have to be created to use this concept of education outside the classroom. These methods may involve physical activities, hands-on learning, field trips, etc. For example, in my paper, I have selected 4 different methods in which we can bring the mathematics subject outside the classroom. They are math trial, mobile math games, collective argumentation, and math work. The first one is math trial. Math trial is a path which is used for discovering mathematics. It's an outdoor educational program which runs with mobile technology. On the trial, the walkers can simultaneously solve mathematical problems encountered along the path, make connections, communicate, and discuss ideas with their teammates, and use their reasoning skill in problem solving. By using GPS technology, learner can access the app associated with mathematics trial. Teachers are not expected to assist this in this for the students, but monitor the students during the tracking. For example, as you've seen on my screen, you can have the first one where you can ask the students to find out this type of a stone and ask them, give them questions before in hand, that how many stones were used to make the sitting area, how many stones will be you need to complete the circle, and how do you know how many stones are required. Or otherwise, you can ask them the second picture. If you see, there is a staircase, and you can ask them to find out this type of staircase in our school premises, and estimate how many kids can walk up the stairs at the same time, explain the estimate, and how long you will take to climb up the stairs, etc. The second type of method that I have taken is mobile math games. Now we are living in mainly students or the young generation is living in the era of mobile game. So mobile game is a video game that is played on a mobile phone. Influence of such programs are very much seen in all areas. Education is therefore no exception. Handheld technology creates a medium for availing location-based games with GPS for the educational use. Mobile math is an educational app using handheld technology with GPS to engage the children in geometry, basically. By playing the game, students are expected to deepen their experiential knowledge of geometrical concepts related to the shapes and orientation or navigation, etc. For example, they can, as you see in my screen, when they are asked to take a square, then if they take a wrong path while moving on, then it will be seen in their mobile game screen as the shape wrong, and the correct, till the time they go in the correct shape which is already planned, they have to continue the game. The third one is collective argumentation. It's a process in which teacher and students work in very small groups. The first step, each student have to represent a problem situation individually. Next step, they compare their work with the group members. And the last step, the group moves to the whole as a collective, and their work is compared and validated after the class discussion. The role of the teacher is allocating the problem situation for the students, facilitating the peer work and group participation, and monitoring the arguments and discussion, and introducing mathematical language in all these steps. The fourth one in my paper is math walk. A planned route map can be created by the teacher, and stop points can be identified. Students explore the walls and connect the concepts like shape, symmetry, repeating pattern, height of the building and tree, perimeter of trees, etc. Another purpose of math class can be visiting a place like a market or a historical monument to explore the mathematical concept in that area. As you have seen in the screen, collect these type of twigs and make a triangle or make a square, or find out these type of birds, find out different types of leaves, or collect stones of different types, etc. can be activities. Now, if every coin has two sides. So every method has its own strength and drawbacks. A teacher should be aware about the consequence of the problems associated with each and every method of teaching, which helps the teacher to plan the activities accordingly. For example, if you check these activities, here the advantages are students will develop interest in the subject. Technology can be collaborated with activities which is easy to conduct. It will build a strong concept learning. Active participation of students will be ensured. More retention of knowledge will be there, and makes mathematics as a meaningful subject, and it can be related to life, and everyone will develop a math size. if you see the disadvantages of such type of activities, it is time consuming and it may not satisfy all type of learners. And technology is intervention of technology is more, lack of resources would be there, and we have to be careful with the safety and health issues of the children. To conclude, the traditional methods of teaching cannot detain the attention of students for a long time. In the era of advanced technology, a teacher should be techno-savvy and incorporate these skills in teaching learning process. This would definitely bring positive learning outcomes from the students. It is also important for the teachers to connect the concept to the nature and take the students to the nature while teaching mathematics. It is considered as a dry subject at the school level. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you for the presentation. And now the house is open for the observations, queries, questions. In the meantime, मोहन शर्मा जी आपका माइक्रोफोन ऑन है, प्लीज उसे ऑफ कर दीजिएगा, उसमें साउंड नॉइज बहुत है. थैंक यू. Okay, so any other observation?
पतंजलि जी नेक्स्ट प्रेजेंटेशन स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं क्योंकि अभी टाइम हो रहा है.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So I would like to invite our next presenter. He is Prabish Kumar. So Mr. Prabish Kumar,
Sure.
are you there? So I would like to invite our next presenter. He is Prabish Kumar. Mr. Prabish Kumar,
okay, sir.
are you there?
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay. Good afternoon, sir. Yeah, the presentation is Can you, is it audible, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Hello?
Please go ahead with your presentation.
Is it audible? Hello, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Hello? Hello, sir.
Yeah,
Please
sure.
go
Go ahead with your
Okay.
presentation. Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Please go ahead with your presentation.
Okay, my presentation is today's theme is best innovative practice in mathematics education. Answer? Hello?
Please go ahead with your presentation.
Okay. Is it clear, sir? The presentation is clear?
Yes, clear.
Okay, sir. Hello? Hello?
हाँ, प्रेजेंटेशन आपका स्लाइड दिखाई दे रहा है.
Hello? Okay.
Yes, clear.
Okay, thank you, sir. My name is Prabhesh Kumar from Kerala, now working as a higher secondary teacher in mathematics.
हाँ, presentation आपका slide दिखाई दे रहा है.
Okay, sir. Can you see the about the topic? Okay, my topic is the plane and even an innovative approach. Here, my presentation is related to the topic, the plane, which is in the second part of NCERT textbook. Here you can see on the top page of our NCERT textbook. I want to share my experience when I'm taking this classes in 12th standard. I have some novel idea, the innovative idea to share with you, sir. Okay, yes, this is the topic, the dimension geometry in NCERT textbook. I want to take this small topic, the plane. So we can say, is it audible, sir? Is there any problem? I cannot.
No problem. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hello, sir. Is it problem? Hello.
हाँ, सुनाई दे रहा है, आप आगे चलिए.
Hello.
Sir, please go ahead. It's very clear.
Hello.
I think he is not listening. No problem. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. 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 There are three definitions we can say. The plane. There are three definitions. It's an NCERT.
सुनाई दे रहा है, आप आगे चलिए.
Hello. Not clear, sir. Hello. It passes through the point and perpendicular.
Sir, please go here.
Okay. Okay. Here, the second definition is like this. It passes through the point
Not listening.
and it's perpendicular to your direction. That is, suppose there is a point on the plane and normal to the plane is given. That is AP dot n equals 0. We can use the teaching how to demonstrate this using the teaching. Let's see a video window. Here, okay. Here, one point is given. One point is given, and the normal to the plane is given. So the basic definition of plane is the AP dot n is equal to 0. Here the plane is given and normal to the plane is. Okay, let us see the third definition. Third definition passes through three given non-coordinate points. Here A, B, C are non-coordinate points and P is an arbitrary point. Okay. Now, here using the model, we can show the students how here see. Here one model is there. Here A, B, C are 3 points and P is an arbitrary point. Here joining AP, AC and AP here with the 3 vectors. Here 3 vectors are coplanar vectors. So we can say the scalar product is equal to 0. Now AP cross AC, the direction of AP cross AC is the perpendicular to the required plane. So we can say AP dot this side is equal to 0. So I think no need of two definition of NCERT textbook. This is a basic definition. Basic definition, we can say that is basic definition of NCERT textbook. Yeah, third definition is like this. Yeah, this is very useful for this AP dot n. The definition is very useful for different problem solving. We can consider a miscellaneous exercise in textbook of 12th standard. Here, let us take an example, the 13th question. Here, 13th problem is, listen, the find the equation of plane passing to the point -1, 3, 2 and perpendicular to each of the plane x plus 2y plus z equal to 5 and 3x plus 3y plus z equal to 0. Here we can also use a model. Yeah, the innovative method is for getting clear idea about this problem. We have to show this in our classroom. Yeah, one plane is given. Yeah, one point is given. We have to find the equation of plane. Yeah, one plane is perpendicular to the required plane. So this is the normal to the plane. This is the normal to the perpendicular plane. Also, another second plane is given. This is also perpendicular to the required plane. After combining this, you can say that these two normal, the cross product of these two normal vector will be perpendicular to the required plane. So here we can say this is the normal to the required plane. So again, we are coming to this second edition of the NCERT textbook. Okay, let us see how to demonstrate using this GeoGebra applet. Yeah. Can you see my presentation screen? Patanjali sir? Can you see?
Presentation screen is not visible.
Hello.
Yes, the screen is not visible.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Now it's okay.
Now it is visible.
Try to conclude within 2-3 minutes.
Hello, sir.
Patanjali ji.
Yes, sir.
Ask him to conclude within 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, presentation screen is not visible.
Hello.
Presentation is visible. Sir?
Yes, please try to conclude.
Now, please,
Prabir, please try to conclude.
Yeah. Now it's okay.
Now it is visible.
Okay, sir. This is related
Come
that
to the conclusion.
Try to conclude within 2-3 minutes.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay. Yes, sir. Now this is one point is given. Here, this is x plus 2y plus x.
Yes.
Ask him to conclude within 2-3 minutes.
X plus 2y plus 3z equal to 5 is the given. Now,
okay,
this is the
Prabir ji,
normal.
Thank you for the presentation. There was a interruption. If time permits, then you may conclude, show your conclusions, and in the meantime, you please check your internet connection. And however, we can see something in your presentation, and that is related to the you have some tools to show the geometrical ideas and to prove the results. So the house is open for their queries, remarks, observations regarding the presentation. प्रवीर जी आपका माइक्रोफोन भी अनम्यूट कर दीजिए इन द मीनटाइम.
Yeah. Now all other participants, please ask queries. Okay. Go ahead with next.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So our next presenter is Vidya Haridas.
Yes.
If
I'm going to start.
so, please initiate your presentation.
Yeah, I already initiated. Are you all able to see this? Is it visible, sir?
Yes, visible.
Okay. Namaste to chairperson, co-chairperson, all the dignitaries and others assembled here. I am Vidya Haridas, working as a mathematics teacher in GEAR Innovative International School, Bangalore. As India celebrates National Mathematics Day today, in commemoration of the birth anniversary of our great mathematician, Sri Srinivasa Ramanujan, I am proud to be here as a mathematics teacher. In the next 10 minutes, we will be talking about development of innovative mathematics teaching learning resources. I would like to attribute a quote here. I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. This was from the great philosopher Confucius. The scholar makes a strong point that when it comes to learning, hearing is not as good as seeing is not as good as experience, and true learning is only evident when experience produces an action. This was quoted in the 6th century. Can you believe it? Mathematics seems to be like a nightmare to most of the students. Sir already mentioned that one. Students tell that they had understood the concept back at school, but when they try to recreate it, they are unable to do it. Scientists suggest to include concrete representational abstract instructional object in our lesson plans. So here in this one, in concrete stage, teacher begins instruction by modeling each math concept. This is a doing stage. And this is the representational stage in which teacher draws 4 squares and 5 squares. And when it combined together, teacher is getting 9 squares. The same thing teacher is representing using symbols and numbers. So we know 4 plus 5 is equal to 9. That is abstract knowledge. So next is why math resources in our classroom. Do we need math resources? Yes, of course. It makes teaching and learning more attractive and interesting. It helps to develop logical thinking, reasoning, communication, and interaction. Hands-on resources and materials facilitate visual thinking among children. It also encourages children in active learning. In my initial years, I have seen few of my students struggling to read and write large numbers, especially when it comes to 5 to 8 digit. I really wanted to help them. I have given many practices and tried many other teaching aids. Finally ended up by this beautiful place value slider. This is a great tool to build concept of the place values as well as reinforce the concept. We can introduce the concept as well as we can reinforce it. Students can slide the number strips from top to bottom to represent large numbers in Indian and international system. This tool has encouraged them to read and write large numbers. These are my children enjoying place value slider. Okay. Next activity is XCF calculation using tables. This is an activity in which I have used tables as tokens. See in this picture, all of you can see. Yeah. So here I have used 10 white papers and 6 black papers. I wanted to find out the HCF of 10 and 6. The very first thing is I have to make the table. In the first column, I have to add 10 white papers and the second column 6 black papers. Then I need to compare these two. 10 and 6, which one is less? We know 6 is less. Then what we have to do is we have to remove 6 white papers from the white pool. Then there will be 5 white papers and 4 black papers left out. Now again we have to compare 4 and 6. Which one is small? 4 is small. So you have to remove 4 black papers. Now we have 4 white papers and 2 black papers. Again we have to compare 4 and 2. Then two white pebbles can be removed from the white pole. So now we have 2 white pebbles and 2 black pebbles. What does it mean? It means HCF of 10 and 6 is 2. And during this pandemic time, my children were doing at home. They have used raisins, nuts, etc. as tokens because they don't have these pebbles at home to take. Another activity is representation of polynomial using algebraic tiles. So this is another very important activity I have done. In this, I have made algebraic tiles using chart papers. These are the algebraic tiles. Basically, rectangle represents variables. These two, okay. Rectangles represents variables, and square represents numbers. Here, one more variation. Green and yellow color represents positive sign, and red color represents negative sign. And here there are some zero pairs. For example, if we are getting a negative and a positive, that will go as 0. Here we are, instead for positive one represents yellow square, and negative one represents red square. So when it comes closer, that will get cancelled. Using this, how to model an expression, that is what I'm going to show next. So here we have an expression 5x minus 4. So 5x and x represent 1, it is 5x. So we have to keep 5 such rectangles. That makes 5x. Okay. And next is minus 4. Here, the small square in red, that makes minus 1. So I need to keep 4 minus 1s. Here I am getting 5x minus 4. Okay. Using the same algebraic tiles, we can model as well as solve algebraic expression. For example, here we have an expression. Find 2x minus 3 if x is equal to 2. Very first thing is we have to model this expression 2x minus 3. And we know this green rectangular one represents 1x. So here, since we have 2x, we have to put 2 x's like this. 2 rectangular strip we have to keep. Then this is minus 3. Okay, so here we have one squared red one makes 1 minus 1. So we have to keep 3 red squares. That will make you minus 3. So here another thing is x is 2. That is already given. So 2 into 2 is, we know, 4. Okay. So here these these green tiles are replaced by 4 yellow squares because the value is 4. Now the next step, what is happening is one positive value and one negative value, that is getting cancelled. Here 1 minus and 1 plus will get cancelled. So similarly here we have 3 minus and 3 positive and 3 minus. So that will get cancelled, and finally you are getting only 1 remains, 1 yellow. 1 yellow means the value. And these are the pictures of my children. They were doing they were solving algebraic expressions using this geoboard. I have made this geoboard using the cardboard and push pins. Students can experiment this tool with shapes by stretching rubber bands around the grid of push pins. I have used this resource to teach area, perimeter, characteristics of triangles and other polygons. The area of the rectangle can be found by counting the units and squares and perimeter by counting the sides of the blocks. After doing this activity, teacher can derive the formula for area and perimeter using the same knowledge. Legos I have used, in which we have to count the number of square blocks that will give you area, and how to find perimeter is we have to count the sides of the blocks around the edges. So sides of the block around the edges will give us perimeter. Next is angles. So we all know angle is some property of a triangle, but how to prove that one to children? So for that purpose, I have made this activity, and for this activity, we have to draw a triangle on a piece of paper. Then make all the three angles of different type if you want. Okay. Then color all the three interior angles and three different colors and label them angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, and cut along the lines and keep it together. When so all the points all are match up, then we see that all the angles add up to 180 degree. So here developing one to boost students' creativity and problem-solving skill. See, I have picked up all those reused, recycled materials around. So that way, as mentors, we can be a role model to children as well. Thank you for listening. Any questions and queries?
Thank you, Vidya, for the presentation. And now the house is open for their remarks, queries, observations.
Asking, should I ask?
Okay.
Should I have certain clarifications?
Yeah, please.
Vidya ji?
Yeah.
Vidya ji?
विद्या जी सुन पा रहे हैं?
Hello.
Yes.
I think she might have left.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, you are very much there.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Hello.
I have one, two clarifications from you.
Hello. Oh, sir, I am. Hello. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Yeah, tell sir. Yeah. Yeah, tell me, sir.
Should I ask for the clarifications?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can.
One of the clarification I require, suppose as a mathematics teacher from some of the schools, I am asking you to provide these material, these resources which you have developed at your institute level. Will it be possible to provide that?
Okay. Definitely, sir. I'm happy to share all my resources.
How you will provide that?
Yeah. Sorry?
How you will provide
I can just
that?
share that. No, I can share the link.
These are in material form. These are in physical form. How you will provide that?
Okay, virtually, how do we provide? That's the question, right? Yeah. See, during this pandemic season, we can't do. See, I have shown one activity in the this one for the HOA.
Yeah. Please.
For that one, what I told is.
Then my second comment is on resources of angle. Pardon. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We realize that problem जो है. My second comment is on resource of angles. Is it innovative or best practice?
Resource of angles, we have to do. So, yeah. Actually, we have virtually also, we have the same thing we can do, sir. Online, all these websites are providing such resources. So using that, we can do that.
Okay.
See, there is a GeoGebra app in which all the same activity we can do, sir.
Okay, Sarma ji, please.
There is a
Okay, thank you, sir, and for the information to the listeners. These items are available in the mathematics kit developed by the NCERT. All the items which have been used in the presentation of Vidya Haridas, these items are physically available with the mathematics kit, and there is a kit division in NCERT headquarters, New Delhi. So one can procure these kits at very cheaper cost, and these items can also be developed by their own institutions also. And the cost of the kit, complete kit, is around 1,500 only.
Very good.
So okay. So our final speaker is Anjan Banik. So Sri Anjan Banik. Are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir,
Okay.
can
Please
I share
initiate
my
your
screen,
presentation.
sir?
Sure. Please initiate.
Sure. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, you are
Yes,
very much
Thank you, sir.
Anjan
audible.
ji, शुरू कीजिए.
Sir,
You are very much audible to us.
sir. First of all, I would like to start from where Vidya madam ended. That she spoke that Confucius one quote that we have to do to understand. I do, I understand. And from this concept, we have done this one. So thanks for giving the opportunity on this auspicious occasion of 133rd birth anniversary of great mathematician Ramanujan in this platform, 9th National Conference of Mathematics Education, on behalf of organized on behalf of RIE Bhopal NCERT. So welcome to my presentation. This is a day 3 and last session. I am the last speaker, final speaker. So in this session, I would like to, Sir Chairperson Professor Anil Kumar ji, Co-Chairperson Chitra Madam, P. Sharma ji, Reportier Madam, K. Singh ji, और जितने भी हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं पार्टिसिपेंट्स, सबको नमन बंदन और अभिनंदन. मैं त्रिपुरा से हूँ. होपफुली आई एम द रिमोटेस्ट पर्सन प्रेजेंटिंग हियर एंड एट द फाइनल स्टेज. So I am associated with Directorate of Secondary Education, also working as a director of the National Council of Teacher Scientists India, which is a body of Vigyan Prasar, Ministry and Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. In this lockdown situation, we have done some innovative work. बेसिकली इस जो साइको सोशल बैरियर क्रिएट हो गया था और बच्चे पूरे तरह से ट्रैप्टेड सिचुएशन में थे, उसको ओवरकम करने के लिए ही ये इनिशिएटिव लिया गया था, जो कि बेस्ट इनोवेशन प्रैक्टिसेस इन मैथमेटिक्स के इस सेशन में मैं बोलना चाहूंगा. मेरा टाइटल है मेटाकॉग्निटिव अप्रोचेस इन मैथमेटिक्स लर्निंग, इफेक्ट ऑफ इनोवेटिव टीचिंग लर्निंग प्रैक्टिस ड्यूरिंग पैंडेमिक. सर, so I am very much acknowledge to Dr. T.P. Sharma ji and Dr. Chandramouli Joshi ji, the chairman of National Council of Teacher Scientists India, and also the total organizing body of RIE, and my department also, Department of School Education, Government of Tripura. Ramanujan is the Ramanujan in each family is the target of India, with the aim of establishing the mathophilia over the mathophobia, which is the principal emphasized directive in new education policy. Also, India is also marching ahead to be world leader as math guru in near future. To achieve such state of art, the metacognitive approach in mathematics education, even through the innovative ICT involved medium and activity-based education, should be the newer progressive process in educational ecosystem in symbiosis of both education and entertainment. Educational and learning and cognitive developments are dependable on metacognitional approach with the added values of heuristic method of solving the universal curiosity also. ये लॉकडाउन के सिचुएशन में गवर्नमेंट की जो इनिशिएटिव था, उसी को ध्यान में रखते हुए विज्ञान प्रसार, नेशनल काउंसिल ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी कम्युनिकेशन, नेशनल इनोवेशन फाउंडेशन की सिर्फ लॉजिस्टिक सपोर्ट से, विदाउट एनी फाइनेंशियल सपोर्ट, दिस नेशनल काउंसिल ऑफ टीचर साइंटिस्ट की ओर से ये इनिशिएटिव था कि लर्नर सेंट्रिक ऑनलाइन मैथमेटिक्स एजुकेशन एक्टिविटी किया जाए, और वही नेशनल लेवल पे इनोवेटिव एडु एंटरटेनमेंट इकोसिस्टम के द्वारा इस all the crossing all the barriers, psychosocial barriers, we have done a lot of work. So this is the outcome in abstract. Study reveals that 0.09, which is nearest to the 10% of the future nation, enjoys the metacognitive approaches in mathematics education and conquering all odds that remain even in the tough situation of COVID pandemic. Almost 0.64% accurate cognitive development along with the expected learning outcome has been achieved, ensuring the success of the metacognitive approach. And in response of our metacognitional initiatives also, research confirm mathematics education system have to march ahead with the metacognitive approaches only. Introduction में हम बोलना चाहेंगे कि renowned scientist and mathematician Galileo defined mathematics as in his word, mathematics is a language in which God written the whole universe. If science is the solution of curiosity, then mathematics is the problem solving, answer giving way out. In mathematics education towards searching the young Ramanujan from the future nation, cognitive educational process will be the unputdownable parallel methodology only, where the resourceful teachers may adopt innovative resourceful mechanism of teaching learning in a learner-centric way, along with the activity-based joyful learning, sir. इस रिसर्च जो किया गया और काम जो किया गया उसका मेन मेजर ऑब्जेक्टिव था टू स्टडी द इम्पैक्ट ऑफ मेटाकॉग्निटिव अप्रोच इन मैथमेटिक्स लर्निंग एंड इट्स इफेक्ट ऑफ ऑनलाइन इनोवेटिव टीचिंग लर्निंग प्रैक्टिस ड्यूरिंग द पेंडेमिक एज वेल एज to analyze the impact of metacognitive approach in mathematics education, mathematical education during pre and post pandemic period, status of mathematics education during this period, and through implementing the metacognitive approaches, study of the effect of online innovative teaching learning practice, study of effect of online innovative teaching practice in mathematics education. पूरे देश भर में जो आउटकम आता है जिसका पॉपुलेशन हम लेते हैं, तो ये मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एजुकेशन के एक रिसर्च है कि देश दुनिया भर में 260,597,000 देश में एनरोल्ड स्टूडेंट्स है एट द बिलोंग्स टू द स्कूल एजुकेशन स्पेसिफिकली क्लास 1 to 12. तो उसी में से हमने सिर्फ जो नेशनल लेवल का सैंपल आया है हमारे रजिस्ट्रेशन द्वारा, दैट इज द 25728 only. So it's a sample they have registered for this program specially. And this is the total finding we have done. That finding, I am going to this finding later. First of all, I would like to explain the perspective. The perspective in this regard has been granted that concerned and controlled situation of lockdown, when education system has been changed and skipped towards the online innovative methodology. Students are trapped completely under the hidden threat and under the psychological social barriers also due to this pandemic situation. The prime perspective is that there are 3 national level edu entertainment program organized in the privilege of Vigyan Prasar, Ministry of Department of Science and Technology, along with the other ministries, and under the special control of National Council of Teacher Scientists India. This is the organized program. 3 program has been organized. This is the ever first time program in the history of the world also we have organized that one. Sir J.C. Bose Science and Math Puppetry Film Competition and Festival also we have organized. In this way, we have done some workshop with the experts, and then we have given the task or to prepare based on puppetry, and theme is science and mathematics, especially mathematics. So they have to play one doco drama on the theme of science and mathematics and create a film and send it to me. We have given the link also where you can find all the details. NCERT and other people are also there present in the program and encourage this innovative program. Apart from this, we have also organized another program, that is Vikram Sarabhai Memorial India International Sarabhai Student Scientist Award and Moon Mars Venus Virtual Landing Initiative. In this program, we have given them a task based on app, specially designed app, which is as per the nature of activity of ISRO and NASA. And this is also another program ever first time done in the history of the world, involving all the students, and details of this given in the YouTube link also. And the ISRO scientists like Bharat Bhai Chaniara and all other are also involved there. In this mission, using the math and science both. The student have to given this task to prepare a rocket, just like a launching vehicle, and then they have to reach at the space and make a orbit, and then they have to target one satellite, that satellite or celestial object like planet, and they have to land there. And this is the task. And another thing is that we have to make a fusion between drawing, that is cartoon drawing, on the theme of mathematics and science, especially mathematics. And we have given this name, that Sign Tune and Math Tune. And this has also initiative has been done for the first time in the world history, under the blessings of the father, the known father of Sign Tune, Dr. Pradeep Kumar Srivastava, CSRI. And those are the some cartoons came out from. So now the findings, the overall findings, that this webinar has been attended by the 25728 persons, and the we have education, as far as it is concerned with the educational impact, we can regarded them as a interested learners, and involvement who they participated in our workshops, that is 20290, that is 78%. Understanding, who they have applied the knowledge and make some puppetry film or cartoons, or landed applied used the game also. That is the understanding phase, that is 2051. Application, that is the outcome, whatever the submission done to us about their doings, about their assignment fulfilling, that is the application 277. And skill develop, we have get the it's okay for the expert evaluation, that is skill developed one, that is 166. And finally we have given some award also, whose assignments are very good enough and as per the desire of our program and expert decision, that is total 15. So this is the outcome of our cognitive development due to metacognitional approaches. So overall, this is the analysis outcome affecting the metacognitive approach oriented mathematics education ecosystem, even through the critical ICT involved by the 10% of learner sample of total student population in a developing country like India, and conquering the critical metacognitive hardcore approach through unfamiliar ICT medium cognition formation process, ultimately received 166 num, that is 0.64% correct entries. And another vital outcome is the study has been revealed that overall sample size 25728 out of the population, that is 260,597,000 students of whole country. The stats suggest that participation or sample size is 0.09, that is nearest to 10%. The result positively confirms the situation students of India are involving themselves with the both ICT and metacognitive approach in education. The study also indicate that students got information and knowledge from the webinar workshops are 25728, but the portion want to involve from their own interest and leisure, or only 20290 nongs are. The stats reveals that ICT based metacognitive approach related to the subject mathematics education impacts only 78.86%. So in the conclusion, we can conclude with this message that educational learning and cognitive development are dependable on the metacognition and approaches with the added value of heuristic methodology of solving the curiosity to establish the mathophilia over the mathophobia and to achieve the target Ramanujan in each family. Mathematics education system have to march ahead with the metacognitive teaching approaches. The study also confirms 0.98%, that is nearest to the 10%, the future nation enjoys the metacognitive approaches in mathematics education, where conquering all odds, that is psychosocial barriers, that remains even in the tough situation of pandemic. Almost 0.64% accurate cognitive development along with the expected learning outcome can be achieved in ensuring success of the metacognitive approaches. research also confirms to go ahead with the mathematics education and to meet the need of the mathematical aspects in an indicative way to build a mathematical and mathematics loving potential nation. Metacognitive approach has to be treated as a tool to connect mathematics to the kids' heart, mainly kids' heart. I have given some educational implications, some suggestion for the NCRT. This is the best platform also to achieve the objective of the mathematics education. Mathematics should be transformed into a core, joyful, entertaining subject to the learners through interdisciplinary format incorporating entertainment field such as drawing mathematics or mathematics cartoon, mathematics puppetry in such fields to go ahead with the mathematics and to meet the need of the mathematical era in the an indicative way to build a mathematical and mathematics loving potential nation. God's language mathematics has to be treated as a tool to connect calculation to the heartbeat. Mathtoon, that is a cartoon of on the theme of mathematics, math puppetry books from NCRT. They can publish easily. They can now ebook is also available. Virtual presentation of Mathtoon, math puppetry at the NCRT YouTube's customization of personal student own math kit materials on this subject, that is math puppetry, Mathtoon, etc. From NCRT kit division. Those are the some educational implications that I am suggesting, and those are the some reference from where we have done this program. And with this message, from my side, thankful to all the participants, and thank you, sir, for giving me such an opportunity to keep my words. और इसी के साथ मैं अपनी विचार और वाणी को विराम देना चाहूंगा सर. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Anjan ji, for the nice presentation and nice work you have done there. And now I request to the house to if there are any query or suggestions. Okay, so
yeah, just 1 minute, sir. Can I ask?
Please.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Banik sir, I appreciate how you are doing. You are doing a great job. One thing I would like to ask that you have mentioned about the math puppetry film, and in which you said that there is application is 0.14% and skill 0.75%. So what are the challenges?
Sir, Yes, sir. Thank you for giving your attention to my presentation. Sir, math puppetry, we have, it is a fusion program. Math with a different aspects, that is puppetry. It is a traditional art form. So we have given this a fusion methodology. So in pandemic situation, students are highly trapped, and there is a psychosocial barriers, and they have to also learn the ICT integration also. So in this aspect, so basically what have done students and they need for doing all the puppetry, they need some materials also, and buying so materials and make this transforming this thoughts into the reality. It's I think that is the some we have to consider this perspective mainly, so that I have highlighted before going to my presentation. I have highlighted the prospect. So students are very much innovative. And very they want to learn. They are energetic also, but the situation and the environment, the educational ecosystem, the word I have suggested here and mentioned here, educational ecosystem. For education, one better ecosystem also be required, and that is hampered, I think, in pandemic situation. If we go through this, but the response from the students, even from the parents, in rigorous, sir. It's a vigorous. So I am NCRT can update this opportunity and this innovative approach, and NCRT can come out. That is the main.
Please be brief. Brief. Time is
Yes,
already
yes.
over.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for a total RI for giving me a chance to be present here and to present this innovative whatever we have done, this work methodology. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for the nice presentation. Very good.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
Okay, sir.
Please
Now
go
I
ahead.
request our chairperson, Professor Anil Kumar, to conclude the session.
I think I would like to request
All.
Vice Chairperson for the purpose.
Okay,
I
okay,
think she will summarize and she will address gathering जो है.
okay, okay. Okay, so now I request our co-chairperson, Professor Chitra Singh, to conclude the session and remarks. Professor Chitra Singh.
Madam is not there.
Yes. Maybe she's not listening. She's not there.
Okay. Then I will conclude. No problem.
Okay,
I
thank you,
think
sir. Thank you.
I think we have had 7 presentations during this particular session, and all the presentations were very good, excellent. Directly referring to the best practices which we were referring to. Just one or two issues I would like to bring to your kind notice to all the presenters combinedly. One thing, yes, we have learning resources, we have good practices. Now, tasks remain to be done by the presenter is how to implement it in the real situation. For example, if I say, when Vidya madam was addressing the gathering, she referred about various resources. Whether we have tested all these resources, can we take up certain research angle in that activity so that we can prove, we can standardize those resources and we can distribute it throughout the country? This task is to be achieved right now, according to my knowledge, because many good ideas are emerging during these conferences, these seminars, these addresses, but they are on theoretical platform. Real gain is when we are implementing that, when we are practicing these things into our schools, particularly with elementary school students. So our focus should be there, and one should think of how one can design a strategy, how one can manage these resources, how one can use these best practices, innovative practices for practical uses in real ground situations. That is my humble request to all of you. Please think of all these things in this direction and come out with the implementation strategy. Yes, because I normally believe that we Indians are very good when we are planning many things. We Indians has great minds also, but when it comes to implementation of that mind, probably we fail somewhere. So let's concentrate on how to implement that, how to standardize those resources, whatever best practices, how to experiment that, how to prove that these best practices are really best practices. And to me, I would like to take up certain researches, action researches particularly, to prove or disprove that yes, these resources, these practices are good for all the individuals. Generalization process. Let's start with going for generalization also. Think of that. Thank you very much once again. I would like to say thank you very much to all of you. Dr. Sharma would like to say something.
No, sir. No, please, please. Okay. Uh, so finally, I would like to grateful to Professor Anil Kumar for his valuable comments and giving us his valuable time for the session. And I am also grateful to Professor Chitra Singh and co-chairperson of the session for giving his valuable time. And I'm also thankful to all the presenters and all the listeners for actively listening and participating in the session. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much once again
Thank
to all
you.
of all the projects.
Thank you all.
And
Yeah, Madam
teacher,
Chitra
please.
Madam is here now. You can say a few words.
Yes, Chitra ma'am, are you listening us?
Yes,
You are,
Yeah, please.
you are
Yes,
searching
please,
you.
ma'am.
actually,
Yes.
sir, after vote of thanks, nothing to say. So I just want to say thank and all the best to all our mathematicians. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, so thank you very much. So we should leave now. Okay.
Yes, sir. Jai Hind, Jai Vigyan, Jai Ganit, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
And yeah, and happy National Mathematics Day from Himachal.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
अनिल सर, आपकी इम्प्लीमेंटेशन वाली बात बहुत पसंद आई मुझे। इम्प्लीमेंटेशन करना सबसे बड़ा इशू है जो मैं समझता हूँ, जो आपने
जी, हम लोग क्या बहुत
Yes, sir.
दिनों से ये सोचते रहे हैं कि हम लोग बहुत अच्छी अच्छी बातें करते हैं, लेकिन थोड़ा सा इम्प्लीमेंटेशन की भी कोशिश करें। अब जो है अब हमें ग्राउंड पे वर्क करने की जरूरत है थोड़ी सी जो है।
जी
सर।
ओके, थैंक यू।
एंड सर स्टे
थैंक यू सर।
मैं आपसे जरूर जुड़ूंगा और मैं अपने बच्चों को भी आपसे जोड़ने की कोशिश करूंगा।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल,
बढ़िया सर।
इट विल बी माय प्लेजर।
ओह ग्रेट सर, ग्रेट।
श्योर।
ओके सर, ओके, थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू।
थैंक यू।
Yes.